Hello, gorgeous energies. So, let's talk about how to block energy while we're out in public. So, you're going out and we're all connected. So, you're going out and you're having all these major energy exchanges while you're out in public. Some is good, some not so good. So, say you're walking around and everything. And what happens is when you come home, if you haven't protected yourself from all these energy exchange, you're going to pick up on all kinds of energies. I mean, some people sad, some people mad, some people extremely happy, some frustrated, some scared, it's just tons of energy you're going to pick up on. And that just collects havoc on you. You come home, all of a sudden you feel strained, just drained out, and you want to relax. And you got all this to do, and you're in a constant state of chaos. So how do we fix that? How do we stop the chaos? Well, for instance, while you're out in public, you can mentally put a bubble around it, okay? You can mentally, when you walk in there, you can already set your state of bubble, your protection bubble. So when you walk in, energy just bounces off your little bubble. I always tell people, hey, get out my bubble, just messing with them. Sometimes I'm for real. So when you walk in, you go ahead and you close your eyes. Just take a second. The more you do it, the quicker it is to do. You just pop it out in 1 second. You got your bubble. So you go in, and you're going into a public place, and you set up your bubble. And it can be a bright bubble of lights. You can have it invincible, where you can literally see things bouncing off of it. The better visualization you put into this, the better the outcome is. So I would recommend, before you start going out in public and practice this, that you practice it at home. You start visualizing your bubble. You set your bubble. You get to know your bubble detail to detail. You visualize it over and over again. Set it up, how it's going to look, how it's going to feel, what's going to look like when energy bouncing off of it, so on and so forth. So then when you're walking in the public, you can just pop your bubble up at any time. The other thing you can do is when you're in an exchange in a conversation and say the person is just going at it. They're just okay? We've been there. We've done it to other people. We have. So what you want to do is you want to cross your right leg over your left leg. Just stand there in a natural, relaxed pose. What that's going to do is it's going to close off one of your chakras, and it's going to have the energy bounce off. It won't have the same impact on you. This works in many different levels. All of it really does work in many different levels. I mean, yes, we do have the energy conduits, our chakras, okay? They are there. We do have our energy fields. That's there. Our aura. Our energy exchange. All this is real. It all exists. But depending on what level you on is where your awareness and your acceptance is. So at the very least, when you're going into and you do these things, whether you don't understand all the logistics of it or not, at the very least you're not thinking about all the negative things. How's it going to affect you? So say like you're sitting there talking to somebody and you're crossing your leg, and that's where your mind is, and somebody's just like real irritated, and they're just like, my day, Well, you're thinking about crossing your leg. Well, at the very least, you're not thinking about all this negative input that's coming, and that alone works. Just having your mind believe that this works for whatever reason. Don't have to understand the reasons. As long as your mind knows it works, it's going to work. Because whatever is in your mind will happen. It will manifest. I'm going to do a video on that, on manifestation with your mind, bringing things forward, making it happen. I have detailed classes on your chakras and your auras and all these different kind of classes. And what I'm creating is series of individual breakdown of understanding of more in detail of the things that I talk about in the videos. You can get them separately. It's just trying to go into every single technique in detail for you to understand would make a very drawn out, crazy, long lessons. And I don't think anybody wants to listen to me that long. So anyway, so that's one. You go in public and you cross your leg. I'm doing it like you can see me. My camera's only this big. So you go in and you cross your legs and you're blocking off the energy. That always works. Crossing your heart. Standing there like that. But the only bad thing about this one is it kind of sends off a negative energy. So I try to avoid this one altogether. Crossing your legs, that always works. So when you're sitting with somebody and they're going back and forth, if you're standing wide open, yes, it is a confident way to stand. It shows confidence. You know, I'm here. Only bad thing is that now you're wide open. Your heart chakra's open. All your chakras are open, and it just makes it easy for exchange. Another thing is somebody's mad and they're like frustrated you for whatever reason. Crossing your leg, that does work, and it keeps all this that they're throwing at you from really affecting you, just like if somebody was upset and they're fussing. Well, when somebody's throwing their energy at you, it's a great time to set up a block. You can also do your bubble at the same time and cross your leg. Now, like I said, it works on many different levels, if you're understanding it in exchange or not. If you're thinking about putting up your bubble and crossing your legs, half of what they're saying, not really taking it in, and it can't affect you anyways. Also gives you a little time on how to respond, how to try to figure out what is wrong with this person. Why are they so mad at me? How can I fix it? You got to understand, if you give them back what they're giving you, if you get into this back and forth, well, one is not really nice. Yes, our ego wants to get back and stand up for themselves, but what good is that really doing? It's not solving anything, and what you're doing is you're opening up. Definitely an exchange of negative energy. Not only are you opening up an exchange of energy, but you're progressing it, you're building it, and that's going to affect you both. And when you're building this negative energy and creating more negative energy on top of negative energy, you're certainly not solving any issues. You're creating more issues. And it blocks you from thinking calmly and rationally about how you're going to solve this problem. That both of y'all are going to be happy. So, exchanging negative energy creates more negative energy. Standing wide open opens you up to more negative energy exchange, whatever kind of energy it might be. It still leaves you open up to it. I find standing to the side like this when somebody's talking to me and crossing my leg, that really helps me out a lot. Just keep them over here, blocking them out. Putting up my bubble. If they're close to me, my bubble could be closer to my body. Don't have to extend way out. And so I'll just put my little bubble up, stand to the side, and be like, okay, tell me all about it. You know, me, when I am a spiritual leader. I am a life coach, certified, everything. I'm certified. So I interact with people a lot about the things that's going on in their life, and I am very sympathetic. I feel what they're going through, like it was literally happening to me. And that can take a toll on me. So all these techniques is techniques that I've used in my life, and I found that it helped. I'm giving a variety of techniques in these classes because what works for one thing works for me might not work for you. What works for one person might not work for another person. It's what you feel more comfortable with, what relates to you, what you feel like, oh yeah, this works for me. Just one thing might work for you. You don't have to do anything else. So, but like I've said in the other videos, I recommend that you try each technique for 3 days before going on to a new technique, because you want to get a real chance of understanding it, feeling it, really just becoming one with this notion and finding out if it works. Journals are wonderful. Write down journals on how you dealt with a negative energy today and what kind of effect you felt before you did it and the effect that you felt after you did it. Keeping up with that was a really good way of testing out different theories of what works for you. So I hope that helps, and join me back for the next lesson. And blessed be, and I'm glad you were here. Have a great day.